5 New Orleans Morgan dollars. Same mint mark, but not the same strike, not the same surface, and not the same grade ceiling. So how do you estimate grade when part of what you're seeing may be a weak strike instead of wear? A weak strike can make a mint state coin look softer than it really is. That's why I don't grade these only by sharpness. If the high points look flat, I still want to know whether the luster moves through those areas. Flat detail with luster can be strike. Flat detail with broken luster is usually wear. This 1879 New Orleans has the best value story in this group, but I still have to grade the coin, not the date. I see enough surface activity on the cheek and in some of the focal areas that I don't really want to call this a gem candidate. For me, the working range is around mint state 63, with a 64 possible if the luster and overall market eye appeal can carry it to that point. This 1885 New Orleans is the strike coin. For a New Orleans Morgan, that matters, because not every O-mint coin gives you this kind of detail. The strike helps the grade case, but it doesn't finish the grade by itself. I still need to see clean focal areas and strong luster. My working range here is probably mint state 64 with a mint state 65 shot only if the surface is clean enough under normal grading light. This toner is the eye appeal coin. It has a look that pulls attention, and that matters for raw value. But for grading, I have to separate visual appeal from the technical grade. Toning or contrast can make a coin more interesting, but it doesn't erase focal marks or weak areas. I would put this one in the mint state 63 to 64 conversation, unless the surface is stronger than it appears on camera. This 1899 O is the better same-date coin. Here, I'm watching whether the luster supports the high points and whether the surface gives the coin room to grade higher. If the strike is a little soft, but the luster is intact, I don't punish it the same way I would punish wear. My working estimate is around the mint state 64 range, with a higher result only if the surface and luster are better in hand. This is the weaker 1899 O in the pair. Same date and mint, but the grade estimate is not the same. I'm looking for the same things: strike, luster, marks, and eye appeal. If the luster is weaker through the high points, or the focal areas are busier, then the ceiling comes down. This is the kind of coin I would keep in a lower mint state range unless it looks better in hand. So here is the working grade board. The 1879 O is not the strongest technical strike coin, but the date gives it the best value story, and I would keep it around mint state 63 with an upshot mint state 64. The strong strike 1885 O is the coin I would study hardest for a technical grade, potentially around mint state 64, with a shot at mint state 65 if the surface supports it. The toner has the best eye appeal, but I would keep the estimate more conservative. The better 1899 O sits around mint state 64 for me. The weaker 1899 O belongs lower unless the luster and surface appear stronger when the coin is in hand. The main rule is simple. If the detail is soft, don't immediately call it wear. First, check the luster. If luster still moves through the soft area, you may just be looking at a weak strike. If the luster is broken, flat, or dead in that area, then wear or surface impairment becomes much more likely. After that, check the focal marks. Weak strike can explain soft detail, but it doesn't excuse a busy cheek or damaged fields. So my final read is this. The strong strike 1885 O is the best technical strike study. The 1879 O is the best value study. The toner, obviously the best eye appeal coin. The better 1899 is the stronger same-date example, and the weaker 1899 is the conservative grade call. Now I want your pick. Which one would you grade highest? And which one would you keep raw? If you want the grading money side of this decision, watch the 1882S submission math video next.